One of the keys to continued sustained momentum is in how you set your goals. There was a time where my dad told me and my sister that he had never set goals beyond like 50 or 60 years old. So all his life leading up to that, he was like lockstep, super internally driven. Like he had all this like momentum and motivation and all that stuff pushing him and driving him forward. And then when he had hit 50 or 60 years old and he'd accomplished all the things that he had set out to do, he said he had reached a point where he had kind of picked his head up and was like, okay, well, now what? Like, he didn't really know what to do. And so recently that lesson kind of circled back around in my head since I've been going through a big journey of my own personal growth, right? And it made me really realize and hone in on what I think are the two most effective ways to set your goals to make sure that you have continued sustained momentum. First is in setting what I like to call evergreen goals, meaning these are goals that like no matter what, no matter how far you get in them, you're never gonna reach like an end point in the goal, right? So let's take like fitness or working out, for example. Instead of saying I want to lose like 90 pounds so that you can be in a healthier, state for your body and stuff like that, the goal should be I want to eat clean, lift weights, do cardio, all that stuff on a regular basis to live a healthy lifestyle. The difference between the two is that once you reach the 90 pounds, obviously the goal is met. And so that kind of turns off a signal in your brain because you're like, okay, cool, work is done. Versus the other one of living a healthy lifestyle, that's a continual thing. You're not really going to ever reach the peak of living a healthy lifestyle, because even if you get to a point that you want to be with your health and everything like that, you still have to maintain that. The second one has more to do with the actual planning of the goals rather than the type of goal that you're setting. But for me, what I found helps drive along this internal momentum even more so than the first one is layering my goals several steps ahead and planning long-term goals, okay? If you're only focusing on planning goals that are very like short-term or linear goals, then it's very short-lived in terms of like the momentum or the drive that you feel to complete them. So these are things like daily goals, weekly goals, even monthly goals sometimes are considered a little bit on the shorter end of things. But if you're looking at like your 1 year plan out or something like that, your 2 year plan, your 5 year plan, that type of stuff, those are the types of things that force you to really, really think in detail about how you're going to actually achieve these things. Make a roadmap to how you're going to get from point A to point B, right? And that's the type of stuff that, again, like, there's something about it, I can't describe it, but it just triggers and fires internal momentum to make you go further.